Alright, I'm back. I had to go take a break for a little while. Let's get... wonder what happened to my, I had like a chat thing. Is it still even installed? Oh yeah. Forgot about this thing. Yeah, it works now. Okay. Got my tea back. All right, let's get back to work. I don't think I need to test render. Yes, I think I'll probably work on this test at some point. Make it a bit able to handle more of the color code, so I'm kind of free to use some basic colors. I think next I need that configuration system. Let's make sure everything runs. Okay, so then we gotta come up with a color scheme, some kind of way to do that. I think we're gonna have to do configuration now. Yeah, I think we're just at a point where I need to have enemies, get them configured. All right, let's work on that. So let me think where we gotta do this. Probably just make a config thing. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think that's a good first step, and then probably like an enemies setup where we can put each enemy, and probably a player config. This will just be kind of like visual configuration stuff. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Okay. Yeah, I like it. Alright, let's kind of just yeah, something like that. Alright, I think that gets us started. Alright, so now we need the JSON stuff. think it's that. Okay, we don't need this anymore. Probably don't need the test case open. Yeah, let's get the basic structure working. Let me look at this one. Yeah, so I can just kind of bring some code over. I need like a load function that basically does that. Let me just prototype it in this one file first. Let's grab this. Guess that's how you load. That should be it. Yeah, I think that's about it. And I think really it just has to know where to load configs, load them up. Yeah, nothing fancy. Maybe that. Yeah. Let's do, yeah, we'll keep that as a config. That'll set it. And it could probably be thrown into the world so it's accessible everywhere. Yeah, okay, so let's look at what it would look like. How do we want to use this? Yeah, something like this. And that would map to those values that I have. Load that up again. Yeah, so it maps to these keys, but returns just the regular JSON object. Oh, I should have kept that open. Actually, let's go over here. Yeah, let's get that open. I think that's not the actual API. I think it's it's more like... Yeah, I think it's that. Yeah, that'll fail. That's fine. Yeah, so that should load it. The operator should let me get at these root elements. And then it just returns whatever that is. And it knows how to load it. And it's something that I can throw into the ECS system for configurations. My mind is telling me that the ECS system could just load stuff out of JSON. Okay. Yeah, because a lot of this data... We'll get this working, but that might be a thing. Where you can hand it a JSON object and it configures it. Interesting. Yeah, that might be what we do. Okay, so that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna look up how that works. Yeah, I'm familiar with all that. Yeah, now I'm a little fuzzy. Is it implemented as a method in the class or as like a separate thing? Yeah, it's in the class. Okay, I guess you can do either one. Okay. Let's look for an exact documentation for that one. I need to know the... Yeah, I think this one. Okay, let me see if there we go. Should be. Yeah, this. Well, that's string view. Yeah, just one operator. Okay, all right, good. Yeah, it takes one parameter. And then let me confirm. Where'd the documentation go? Oh no, did he, he move it? Oh, okay, this is here, alright. So I believe just getting, yeah, okay. I should be able to just index it like this. I shouldn't have to do it get, but let's just confirm. Alright. Work from here. I'm guessing that's what I get. And, well, it needs a construct file. Yeah, forgot about that. Hold on. Let's call it that. And I'm not sure how copying would affect it. It should be fine. In theory, we'll just allow it. But I imagine if the config gets really huge. Okay, yeah. That's not right. Okay, do that. Then this. Yeah, we load the config. We get out of the key, and then you just deal with it from there. Okay. Oh yeah, F string. I think I just need that one include, so we'll do that. Right, okay, so then that's void. I wonder if I even need load. Yeah, could I just do it there? Sure. Alright, getting better. Oh, probably needs to be... Yeah, it should be just const. Okay, so we got a... Okay. Oh, it's that. Kind of weird. I wonder why it's like that. Very strange. This shouldn't work. It should compile but fail when the test runs. That's what I'm actually aiming for. Now, why do I have to keep doing the get function? Weird. Yeah, one fail. Okay. Type must be number, but is objects. Yeah, I swear you have to do this, type must be number, but is object. Alright, so that's irritating. Yeah, I like this library, but it's just such a weird design. I will do that. So it must be determining the return type and then figuring that out? Odd. Okay, cool. Yeah. Alright, so that's what we want. Okay. And then this. Okay, I'll just... And we'll actually start getting those. Now, that should be copying, so can I do this? Is that gonna break some shit? Arcanum? Is that like an album or music? Cartoon? Let me see. That's a video game. This one? You like a lot of old games. That's cool. Interesting. Yeah, I was checking out that one you're talking about. It looks funky. Was it like you could get it for free? And so you're like, you just played the shit out of it? Yeah, I got a game like that probably nobody really plays. I love it. Called Windbound. I was like, one of my favorite games, but not a lot of other people like it. I think it's great. But my all-time favorite game is Kenshi. If you never played Kenshi, you gotta play it. If you like music, that is probably one of the best games. Yeah, I bet you could probably cram like 1 billion old games onto a DVD. Okay, so this works. So I'll just do that. Yeah, just have return a JSON reference and done. So, alright, I thought this would be way harder. Let me pull this out. So then I gotta have, gotta try to use it. All right. Let's try this. Yeah, so I might try to see if maybe I can kind of fix a couple things I don't like about the JSON library. It might tell me why they did it that way. Alright, so that works perfectly fine. Wonder if I could be cheesy and do something like that. They have that operator. Yeah, let's do it. Let's have some fun. Oh, I wonder, no, that'd actually be really hard to do. Yeah, because that's going to give you specific types. Let's throw an integer in here real quick. Just see what that gives me. Hold up. Yeah, let's confirm this works. Let's do int. Yeah, that's fine, Osaka. Thanks for stopping back by. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling a bit faded today myself, so I understand having to go to sleep. Yeah, I had a goal of trying to stream for about 4 hours today, but couldn't do it in one shot. Yep, have fun. See you tomorrow, 4 p.m. Interesting. Why the hell am I having to do... whatever. Yeah, it's weird. Why do I have to do in other places? I have to use the, this stuff. Wonder if I'm doing something really weird, and because normally I have to do this to get at, values. Is it because it's auto? Yeah, I wonder if it's inferring the type when I do a return. Yeah, let's try that. Hold on. I think that's going to fail. Bizarre. I have to go look at my other code base and find out what did I do differently that made it. Can I do it up here? And let's try also. Yeah, let's make a new test case here. Basically the same thing, but get rid of that. Let's go auto map equals config map. And then change this to map. The same thing there. Yeah. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, I don't know why it's magic now. Yay! Gotta love magic. Crazy. All right. Got a basic config system. Works for me. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do... Let's do... instead of loading this config, let's... and we'll load it here. And that way we can actually write like a test case here. Yeah, let's call this types. This will be used to confirm that we can like grab every type of thing. Yeah. And we'll get rid of that actually. So this is number string, and what I'll do is yeah, we'll do this, right? So that way we make sure we can grab like all the different kinds of Unicode we'd have to load. Yeah, we do that, we do this. Let's do a float. And then object. Alright, well, so we'll confirm that we can load each of those. And actually, I don't even need this map up here. Just making sure that this pattern here will keep working. Yeah, so we want map. So we want types. Let's call it types. No, let's get a string first. Yeah. Alright, we do that. Yeah, we'll just get each one. I could do loop, but let's just do it this way. That's probably not going to be accurate. We'll give it a shot though. I wonder if that actually is going to be a W string. Let's force that. probably check the types that get returned as well. Oh, and we don't want a map. Okay, let's gut this real quick. Shit. I just completely erased that. God damn it. Oh, I got lucky. Okay, good. Oh wow, I got really lucky. I was editing the wrong file, then copied it. Okay, I did that on purpose. That was totally a genius move. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Valere. This may be, but let's give it a shot. Let me just see. Oh no, not that one. Yeah, that one's the hairy one. I think I might have to have a special function that gets those. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the float. Yeah, this. Null. Oh, let's load the correct one. Types, string, there. Oh, I think that's the other thing. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this has to change. But I should also add that. Probably like null pointer. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, so I think once I have once I have a config, I can throw it into the ECS system as a fact, and then I have access to the configuration everywhere very easily. Yeah, I knew that would be off. We'll just say this, since the, oh. Yeah, whatever. That's good enough. They have, like, approximate comparisons, but they're just terrible. They deprecated the useful version, which is, like, about this. So they changed one function into like 6 functions just to compare 2 floats. Okay, so that works, but it's not a wide string. Let me throw an L in front of this. Let's see if that comparison still holds. But I do need to know how to get a wide string out of that. Oh, that shit works. Interesting. Does that work? So I can't assign it directly. Yeah. I think this is where... Yeah, let me do kind of the same thing, but just explicitly try to get a W string. It should be something like this. And then... Yeah, then we'll do W string there. Yeah, so this would be what I'd want to optimize, like change up. Oh, I might be reading that doc wrong. Oh, okay. I wonder if it's like this. I think I'm not interpreting this right. Yeah. Oh, and then get rid of that. Oh, Arthur. Hey, if you're watching, man, I love FTX UI. It's fantastic. Thank you for following. And I've been meaning to send you the code I've been hacking on. You might get a kick out of it. Interesting. Type must be array, but is string. Yeah, that is going to prove to be difficult. Let me try it this way. I wonder why it thinks it's an array. Yeah, I might have to do that. I might have to get the... Alright, so this would be what I'd want to write a function for, because getting wide strings is going to be really important. It seems to not automatically convert. Yeah, must be array, but is string. I'm gonna bet that it doesn't do conversion. It's very interesting. This probably works. Do this. Let me see if he mentions in the documentation anywhere. Where's my keyboard? It's like my keyboard is off to the side. Yeah, what is this crap? Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, there's no comparison between string and W string, and it looks like the JSON library doesn't really know how to convert strings, even though the strings in JSON are supposed to be Unicode. Alright, so I have to look at that. Alright. I think I can nuke this. We can get all that. And then we'll confirm that we can get it separately. And then I'll have to look into how... I'll probably have to write a special method that does that. Where like you can say, get this as a W string. But let me just confirm that this JSON library doesn't actually do that. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Right, UTF-8 encoded input. Huh. Yeah. Right, it assumes the UTF-8 library is the encoding, so then why is it returning... This makes no sense. So then why am I getting back? Yeah, why the hell am I getting back a... If everything is internally... Because the standard says it has to be UTF-8. So then why does his library return a string instead of a wide string? Am I just misunderstanding what a string versus wide string is? Like, is C++ modern and string... No, a string is supposed to be just like 8-bit character. It's not UTF-8. Yeah, no mention of UTF-8. Yeah, you have to translate it to, yeah, a W string. So I think this is a flaw in the library. If I'm understanding this right, it's storing internally with UTF-8, but then gives you a string. But a string is character, not wide character. So you can't do anything with it. You have to manually convert it. I think it's the same thing I ran into with FDX-UI. Is like internally it's using a UTF-8 strings, it seems like, but then returns regular string. So I have to manually convert it. That's annoying because it's like everything in there is basically... I'd have to look in the code, but I think that means it's double encoded. It gets loaded from the file. That's at UTF-8, right? And then loaded in the file. Internally in the JSON library, it's UTF-8. Then it craps out a string, which is useless. So then to turn it into a W string, I have to manually convert it again. Yeah, I think maybe I think the author might not have understood how that works, but maybe I don't understand. But yeah, look in the documentation. Basic string is just this string is just a basic string with character type char, and a W string is with a wide char. Interesting. Hey, how you doing, Yakov? How's things going for you? Alright, well I got the basic config. It is comparing it. Can I do this? CHR0. And let's grab that. Yeah, what am I doing? Okay. What is wrong with me, man? I cannot Vim right now. There we go. I know the Vims. I think as long as I can get an individual character out of it, I really wouldn't care. But I know I'm going to run into a situation where I need to get something as a W string, because that's what SFML wants. I just don't know why it doesn't return that as the default string. It's so weird. Yeah, so the JSON library has its own kind of internal string. That's what this probably is. So let's do standard string. And see, this is going to fail because internally standard string doesn't understand like these wider characters. Maybe I should move that to there. And that'll be the real test. Because this should be encoded as a wider string. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's put that there. Okay, and this should be the same thing. I also don't know if that's how JSON encodes Unicode characters. It should be. It's kind of a universal way to do it. But it also could just be encoding those literal characters. No, but that wouldn't make any sense, because then this wouldn't be equal, right? Because in C++, that gets interpreted as a single Unicode character. So they must be using the same encoding. So I just need to make sure that I can get that Unicode out. The eternal problem. Yeah, that ain't gonna work for shit. So I'm pretty sure I have to do a manual conversion. Yeah, see, that's not gonna work. And if I tell the JSON library I want a W string, it barfs. Because it thinks W string means UTF-16 or 32, which is not true. Yeah, it sounds like the author of this library thought that string was UTF-8. Yeah. Yeah, and so see, then he has an exception. He thinks that if I ask for W string, I want UTF-16. But W string is UTF-8 or UTF-16. Yeah. So we have to do our own conversion. That sucks. Alright, well, we got an ad starting soon, folks. I'm going to go make some more tea. Today's tea is PG Tips. So I'll see you soon. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so that means I'm gonna need a conversion function. I just know I am. Alright, so let's do auto here. It should still compare. And then this one, that fails, I believe. Let me just confirm. So then what I gotta do is I gotta have my own wide string converter. Man, that sucks. Internally, I just know this thing is storing it as a wide string already. It seems like it's an API mistake. Like, it really looks like the author misunderstood how string versus W string works. It's also possible I don't understand it. Okay, alright. Yeah, that's what we gotta do. Alright, so how do we want this to work? Maybe something like this. We would need 2 arguments. Or 1 argument, one of the 2. Yeah. And then it would return a W string. And basically the same test, but these 2 things should work right. I should be able to get that as an individual wide character, and I should be able to compare it to that W string there. Not sure if I like that API name, but I think that's the closest I can get. Yeah, okay. Can I do that? Let's keep it simple. Yeah, something like that. That means I'm going to need that code convert stuff. I don't think I need it in here, though. Yeah, I should probably. Let's look up. Probably answer parser. Yeah. That. Okay. Let's call this main key. Okay, and then, there. Let's look at his example just to confirm that's what he's doing too. Yeah, we'll eventually have to do that ourselves. Really weird. That seems wrong. It seems like I'm doing this wrong, but we'll do it this way, and then if eventually I find out that it does support wide string returns, I'll change it. So first we have to get a string. I'm going to try a string reference. And then config, main key, sub key. And then return the converter. Let me just look at. There we go. So in theory that should work. I don't know if that's going to copy that around. But yeah, that should be fine. Alright, so it's going to get a W string using that. Okay. Okay, see if it compiles. Oh, this should be JSON. Wait, what am I talking about? Oh no. It's this. Oh, so I think it needs to be const. Alright, so we'll see if that actually works in the test, and then I think that's all the main issues solved. Type must be string, but is null. Okay. Uh-huh, yeah, right there. I should probably catch that. Yeah, better error reporting would really help. It always helps. Always a great thing. Okay, alright, so we got wide string support. Kinda dumb, probably not the most efficient, but whatever, it'll work. Okay, so once we do that, now we just gotta put it into the program. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so now we can do this. So we have the Dinky ECS world here, right? So that's basically a giant global database. I can take my main, load the config, throw it into the world, and then everything in the program can get to it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I may look into changing world to be more of like a singleton. That everything does writes code like this, but it gets one view of the entire universe. But I'm not too sure if that's what I want. I'm going to do some more development later. But we can do world dot set the config. Alright, so that'll be it, and then config. Alright, so that's step 1. That loads the config, sets it in the world, then we just need to be able to access that. Yeah, so that'll configure it, and we have the map. That sets up some enemies. This function will definitely go away soon. And then we just call the GUI. Okay, let's get that to compile. Yeah, I'm kind of copying it. I bet that's okay. Yeah, just load it in and copy it. I wonder, yeah, that's probably fine. Did I delete it? Let me send that error message again. Huh, I didn't delete it. Default definition would be ill-formed. I may have to look that up. What does that mean? This is dumb, but I'm just curious. Interesting. It's implicitly deleted because the default definition would be ill-formed. So I think that means I have to do a manual copy constructor, but why would it automatically delete that? Is it because JSON is deleting it? Ah. Crazy. It's because this doesn't allow copy construction. Oh, nuts. That's super annoying. Why would they do that? It's just not like it's like a complicated thing. So if we do this, just temporarily, does that allow copying? Oh, and then go back to this. I was thinking for a second that class just automatically versus struct, but no, it's not true. Weird. So how do you... Wow, that's nuts. I'm very confused. Like, why would they block? Because that converter is just like a... It's like an algorithm. I don't think it has any data or anything. At least that's what I would imagine. Is there some sort of like default construction? Here, let me look that up. I'll be using that one. Huh, weird. I mean, I hate to make that every single time I call that. That definitely throws a monkey wrench in the plans. That's kind of weird. I mean, I guess it's not hard to kind of load that. Why the hell would they do that? That's so strange. That's bizarre. Yeah, why would you do that? HTTP. And I guess I have a default copy, which is going to try to copy those two. Here, let me do it this way. I wonder what the possible error is. Yeah, so then I need to have my own copy constructor. That's not too hard. Now I'm sort of wondering if I need to back up and say, all right, maybe it's not copy constructed, and then maybe the ECS could just load this by default and it's just always there. Because in the back of my mind, I feel like there is sort of a connection between... So here's what I'm thinking. I have these components, right? Right, so the components are, I mean, they're basically data that can go in a JSON file. Right, so I can imagine in my ECS system, my little tiny thing, a function where you say, maybe set the, right? This would be an example. And you can pass it, like a JSON object or the config key, something like that, right? So then you say set this component, but get its values from there, right? Actually, it would probably be more like this. So that would create a component, but it would get the contents of that component from there. I think doing that, though, is pretty... I think if you were to do that, you would actually probably just get rid of this, and it would just be a plain old JSON object that you return, instead of a struct. So there's definitely something there that I can explore. Maybe as an exercise, I'll get this copy constructor to work. Just to see what's involved in that. This is all new to me. I didn't know you could convert, you couldn't copy that one conversion thing. Right, give me a few minutes, I'll be right back. And we're back. Alright, so let's implement this and see what happens, but I suspect it may have gone into a little bit of a pickle. am I calling that? Yeah, I find it weird to have to do that, but whatever. So would it let me then... Very strange, very, very strange. Ah, interesting. Wow, that's really weird. Very unique. Okay. I can get around by doing that. Kind of odd, but... Now it kind of makes me think there's got to be a way for me to put references to stuff into the ECS instead of copy constructing, but I mean, in theory, that's what this will do. It'll just reload the config file, so I'm loading it twice for no reason. Interesting. Wow, this really does not want to be copied. Holy shit, yeah. Odd. Why would it suddenly just, like, explode and eat shit? Huh, crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, this turns into, like, a massive pile of bullshit. Yeah, the second you want to copy something that really doesn't want to be copied, you're just, like, kind of fucked. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's back this up. Also, now you know what we're going to do? We're going to not allow copying. Just kind of dumb, but okay. And then... bring this back. Very interesting. Yeah, I have to check out why. So I guess for the any type, the standard any type to work, you have to have an equals and a copy constructor, which you kind of get by default, but then, yeah, very interesting. Okay, we can bring this back, that's fine. In theory... Yeah, so see, the issue here is this. So I can either use a pointer, and just drop a reference right in there. We'll see what happens. I doubt it. Yeah, of course not. Wow, man. My little config class just like makes this explode into a nest of death. That's so funny. That's really, really weird. Okay, I now want to kind of play with this. Hold up. So the issue it's having is that standard any can't seem to hold things. So what's interesting is, if you look at components, it's got no problem with any of these. These are all structs. It's just something about that. I'm just gonna do some dumb shit for a second. Can I do that? I don't think you can, because the any type, I'm pretty sure, has to have like an actual type, not a reference. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, you can't do that. Wow, weird. It's like a research project all on its own. Let me do this. Let me nuke that. Let's go back to the tests. Yeah. Let's play with it in here. So if I can get any to store it, let's do a new test case. Yeah, let's use this test case. Okay, so we get it. And then we're going to use standard any in some way. I'm going to go confirm. Yeah, I'm looking dinkies. Yes. Because basically all we're doing, right, is a very simple table. So we just need to be able to, yeah, do that. Yeah. Okay. I think of that. Let me just go reference the docs real quick. I think, can we make any? I mean, we'll see. I don't think that works. Yeah, let's just do that. Interesting. So I guess I'm a little fuzzy on copy semantics. Where's that? Any. Which is no surprise. I think everybody is. I think even the people who work on C++ are fuzzy on its semantics. Yeah, it seems to really hate being copied. Wow, crazy. So this may be like one of the Achilles heel of my little ECS system is there's situations where you just can't put something in it. So let me import it. I don't think it's too big of a deal though, right? Like the whole idea is that I can just load the config everywhere that needs it, and it should be the same config. I was just hoping that I could throw it into the world and then all the systems, everything can reference it without having to do anything. On the flip side, I could restart this whole operation, and instead the dinky ECS knows how to load a configuration, right? If you think about it, the dinky ECS is kind of like a database, right? It is a database. So being able to access like configured data set inside it. My original plan was, okay, I'll take this config object and throw it in there. Then any place that needs to get configuration values, it does it. But I could just do that in here. Right? Because it's, I mean, the ECS is more or less, a configuration data is going to be kind of the same. But now I'm thinking if I did that, I wouldn't be able to. Let me look real quick. I'm pretty sure I can get references to it at least. Yeah, that wouldn't be. Let me just confirm. Let's make a. Okay, let's just test that we can do that. Should, but you never know. Interesting. Oh, I need one more level. Okay, yeah, that works. Now, am I already blocking copying? Yeah, I could do it. Just consider the world sort of like this grand location of data, right? And instead of having a separate config object, yeah, interesting idea. Yeah, it could be something like this. What would that API look like? I mean, in theory, you could just return the config. Let's see if I get compiler errors just including it. I think that config class is cursed. Expected identifier before string constant. Yeah, this thing is totally cursed. But that doesn't do anything. I'm just kind of like, huh. Why the hell would... Wow, this shit is super cursed. What did I do? I have a constructor. Wow, I completely botched this shit up. Yeah, it's right there. And let's make it const. Seems to solve the problems. Huh. Expected an identifier before string constant. Did I just like forget C++ for like the last hour? Probably. What the fuck is that? The fuck are you talking about? Yeah, let's make sure I didn't like mess up the syntax somehow. No, I didn't. I didn't do the include wrong. Weird. And then I throw this in and suddenly it just eats shit. That's so weird. Look at my test. Yeah, look, it's right there. Why would it like bomb here, but then the second you do it in like a template, it like, oh, I have no idea what that is. Wow, that's bizarre. Right? What the fuck? Okay. I shouldn't have to do this. It's weird. That is so strange. Yeah, I have a constructor and everything. The fuck, dude? And if I change to this, it says I need an allocator? Why do I need a fucking allocator? That's so weird. Every once in a while, you just run into these things in C++ where it's like hard stop for like no idea what the error is. You just, what the fuck does that mean? Yeah, okay. Alright, so this class is super cursed. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder why it's so brittle. Like, what is it that I'm doing in that config class that is just not right? Because it seems to me there's really nothing that's weird about it. It's very small. But the two things seem to really mess it up. One, this is blocking copy construction for reasons. No idea why. And then this has problems. So yeah, I got no idea what's going on. But I'm kind of leaning towards this idea that the well, if I have this many issues with having those two things in a plain old struct / class, then I'm probably going to have the same problem if I try to do it in, like, take these things and copy them into the ECS. So I should keep this separate if just for that reason. I'm kind of curious about something. Do I need this UTF-16? Seems kind of pointless. I shouldn't need it. Yeah, we'll leave it for now. I'll have to research why. I think I'm doing that because I'm iterating over the actual characters. Yeah, I might go research that. Okay, I'm gonna commit this, and because it's a basic config system that's like kind of working. And the shit are you talking about? Oh, add, not commit. Right, I'll commit it, but I think I'm gonna have to research. Yeah, maybe next session we'll research what. One, why is this blocking copy construction? Like, what's the rationale for blocking copy construction on a basic UTF-8 converter? Then, this JSON library seems to be causing problems as well. So is there a workaround? And then I think the other thing is, maybe I can just make this whole config thing just like basically a global singleton, and then it would basically be in addition to the ECS system. But it's the kind of thing where you just need that everywhere anyways. So. And that would solve my big problem. The whole point of putting it into my little ECS system is because I only want one copy of it, but I want to be able to get to it from anywhere. But if this thing just explodes and barfs the second I drop it in here, then I think I'll have to skip that. Alright, so I think that's it for the night. This is appropriate music. Thank you for showing up. Anyone objects to this departure, speak now or forever hold your peace. Yeah, not sure why that's like such a big I'm getting married, Pinecone. What'd you get me? What's my wedding gift? Maybe I gotta get you one. You already gave me a subscription, so. If anyone's like curious about that and they want to go check it out and maybe drop me a solution, I'll drop the code to this. Yeah, I've never ran into this. It's very strange. So the issue here is this blocks copying. So that means I can't have that. I have to make that every single time I want to convert a string, which is just dumb. I don't know why that's a thing. Right? So that means I can't put it into my global ECS. My ECS just has a repository of data, right? And then that JSON config, you can't see it right now over there, that seems to be causing problems too. So if I load this config and just keep it in a global RAM that works in your PC. Oh, are you having, I had those too. Did you clock it too high? That's what I had. I set it way too high. Basically, go into your BIOS, and when it crashes, just drop it down by 100 megahertz until it works. Anyway, so I'll drop a link right now, and if you got ideas, why can't I copy this? I disabled the copying because it just doesn't work. But yeah, it's very, very weird. Yeah, so I have, my CPU is a pretty decent AMD. And, but it's not the latest. But the memory I have is the latest. And, PC Parts Picker is where I went to find out what my, what the best computer is, like parts and that they work. And it kept recommending this RAM, but that RAM is actually not for my CPU. I think they recommend it because you can overclock it, but I had stability issues. I still randomly have them when I plug in my sound device. It kind of, my computer can crash. Every time I turn it on, I just reboot my computer and it works. But I think that's more of a driver issue because my Windows is old and I ported it over from a laptop. I don't have time to reset it. So anyways... Yeah, okay, so you have the Aorus, I think it's called. And so what I had to do is I had to go into the BIOS, and there's a section where you can set the RAM speed and the multiplier. And there's a way to kind of go in and tell it, like it'll say 6,000. But if you have a CPU, go find out what the CPU recommended speed is, and then set it to 5200 or 5100, whatever that is. So yeah, try that. That's what made it for me. Also, don't overclock. Just like let your PC run normally. Yeah, right. I haven't built a PC for like 20 years. All right, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. I think I won't be streaming late tonight. If I do, it'll be something like maybe a little bit of gaming break or I feel like doing some drawing, so maybe I'll do that. But that'll be really, really late. Like 2 a.m. my time. And, oh, link to the code. I want to close off before this ad starts, so... it's this crap. If anyone's got ideas. Yeah, drop me this. And for everybody who subscribed, thanks again. And yeah, we'll continue this. I think maybe I'll just load this config and just go with it because I want to get to working on the actual game. It's looking good. Everything renders real nice and fast. It's real snappy. I just got to figure out the actual mechanics and the story. I sort of have an idea. Strings in C++, yeah. It's going with a classical feel. Going into the past. Yeah, so it's working. And it's really fun because I'm rendering ANSI codes directly in SFML. I wrote my own terminal emulator. That's going to be a blast. So I want to get to next phase. As soon as I get a good config system going, I'll be able to sort of set how creatures work, how the world gets generated and loaded. Yeah, me too. I listen to either classical or death metal. Sometimes lo-fi hip-hop. That's always pretty good. But or also I put ASMR on. ASMR. Oh man, it's a crapshoot. You gotta go through like 50 people before you get to someone who's not licking an ear. It's so bad. But I got a couple go-to people who do nice ASMR. You know, it's just like sounds and stuff and real soft talking, kind of like this. And so I go to them. But every once in a while, it's like somebody. I'm not gonna do the sound because it will immediately make everyone barf. But like, I don't know why they think that's good sound design or even sexual. I wouldn't even consider it sexual. It's just like... Yeah, Rammstein, yeah. I really like also any music where the language is not in English. Because what distracts me is I'll hear the lyrics and I listen to the lyrics. So if I'm trying to write, I can't like form words in my head and also hear words. I think programming is very similar. And so what I'll do is I really like African music, like anything from like the Congo, Tabule Rochero, Prince Nico. I really like Prince Nico. Kononono #1. Yeah, any bands from there. Any kind of Latin music, salsa music, socos, anything like that. I don't think what else. Yeah, just random. Or just like, you know, random dance music, some stupid shit. And so, yeah. I've been feeling I'm drinking tea, I'm listening to classical, I'm coding C++ like I'm actually acting my age. I'm 50 years old, so I'm not a JavaScript programmer anymore. Anyway, so I got my visuals, I got the look I want. Now I just got to start working on the actual game mechanics. And I got an idea for a story. Got an idea for a story. It's not going to be good. I kind of want to go for something a little on the offensive side. But not offensive in any way that would get you banned. Alright, cool. Right. I need a monocle. Yeah, I do. You know, I should have done a Halloween stream. For rendering. Yeah, it's a custom solution. I'm kind of doing this to teach myself C++. I'm actually working on a course to teach people C++. So I gotta make sure that I really know it as well as possible. But modern. I'm focusing on kind of like the slice of C++ that's real modern, so I'm not going to dip into really crazy stuff in the past. And the rendering, you're gonna love it. I used a parser generator called Ragel that actually parses the ANSI machine code. You know, the ANSI codes from like old school terminals. Let me see. Man, I have so many links open, I like can't even find it. These bad boys. This is like a blast from my past. This is like shit I did when I was like 12, learning how to code with BASIC on a MS-DOS. Okay, so I'm parsing the ANSI codes. The ANSI machine codes are output from a library called FTX-UI, which is normally a terminal UI. Yeah, let me just drop everybody these crazy links. Alright, so this is a terminal UI library. It's a very, very good library, right? My game theme, the graphic theme, is how far can you push text? So I'm going to want to do it's text, but I want to make it as high fidelity and strange and cool as possible, right? So I'm rendering, I'm actually building the game with FTX UI, but then I parse the output that it presents, read these codes, and then convert them into color codes and positioning codes for SFML. So here's my rendering engine. And so I'm actually manually getting the glyph out of a font, getting the actual texture for that glyph, and positioning it. And I even have to calculate, like, the glyph texture is optimized so that if the glyph only takes up this much space, it doesn't match the character size. So I have to, like, take a base glyph and do it on top, and then there's no concept of a background in SFML. So the rendering library is SFML, this one. But I've gotten to a point where I could probably even get rid of SFML and do my own window rendering. So I'm actually using one character code for a background that I set, and I draw that first, and then I draw everything on top of it. So that gave me the idea that I could actually like layer characters on top of each other. So for a little bit, I had a thing where the enemy was holding a sword. It was just an exclamation point, right? And what I did is I just rendered the exclamation point like right here. So he's walking around like that. So I'm gonna have the idea where, like, when you equip items and stuff, a character will, like an actual like sword-looking gooey font character will show up on your guy. You walk around. It'll be absolutely hilarious. And also, like, FTX UI is smooth. You can actually draw like lines like this, and it'll render them as like in the cells for you. So I just have to code FTX UI after this. Yeah. So SDL2 would probably do the same thing. I could totally switch to SDL2 with this. You just have to point it at something that can render text and render stuff. The main point of going with SFML is it works really well, but also it's already in C++, so I don't have to do any conversions or anything. If I'm teaching people to use C++, I'm going to try to use C++ libraries. And so the advantage of doing all this crap, other than I just want to mess with text and color and stuff like that, I can also do zooming. And so there's this other game that I'm kind of getting a lot of inspiration from called Moonring. Have you heard that? And so Moonring has this way of doing combat. Yeah, I'm talking. I'm still on. So Moonring has a concept of like zooming in and out when you get into combat. So I might actually copy that too. Anyway, so that's the project. I'll drop some links in the chat if you want to play around with it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go take a break for a bit. Oh, a negative pointer here was just asking me some questions. I'm kind of winding down slowly. And so I wanted to show my cool ass hack. We're sharing hacks, man. We're sharing hacks. That's what we're doing. I wrote my own custom terminal renderer. I should be receiving accolades for my awesome skills. Yeah, I got distracted. Yeah, so everybody, if you get a chance, there's a game called Moonring. It's free to play. It's a fantastic game. Everybody go grab that bad boy and play with it. It's so much fun. Yeah, procrastination. I do have to actually go do work. This is kind of work, but kind of not work. Everybody with ADHD knows what that is, right? All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out, talking to me. Yep, I'll be here tomorrow, 4 p.m. So I want to get the config system working, and then the next step is characters, enemies, combat mechanics, you know, the actual game stuff. We got one map that we're playing with, and then I think once I get some enemies working and some kind of weapons and some kind of combat system, then we'll start working on better maps, multiple layers to the dungeon that you're in, and so on. So, fun times tomorrow. And if you got ideas on why I can't copy my config, let me know. Thanks for stopping by.